Hi, and we're back for the second best live streaming podcast stream at Dice Tower. We're still the only one, but somehow we dropped to second best, Chaz. I don't know how that happened.
Oh my goodness, I'm flummoxed.
I know. So I guess so. Hey, vote us up. We got to get back to number one.
Yeah, use the hashtag and vote us up.
We're excited to have with us Patrick and Brian from Just Got Played. Yep. Guys, welcome to the show.
Awesome.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
The handshake portion of it.
Doctor. 20 minutes later.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have.
It was firm. It was a good grip. I liked it.
That's right. So welcome, and for those who don't know who you are, what you do, what you got for us?
We have our own podcast show called Just Got Played. We do focus generally on Kickstarters and new indie developers. And we film that here in Florida at the Cloak and Blaster, which is a bar and board game cafe.
Oh, that's cool.
Local, then.
Local.
Ooh,
and you do it inside the game cafe.
We do it inside on Tuesday nights, live
awesome.
in front of an audience.
We get the game.
Awesome.
Live to the audience.
Get the game. We play it. We open it up, so it's all done in like just a couple of takes. But we open it up, learn the rules, play it in a loud bar and everything. It's generally a shorter review. 5 minutes, pro, con, and a basic overview.
So you're cracking the shrink right there live in front of an audience?
Right.
Oh my goodness, the courage to do that.
And Kickstarters, right?
Yeah,
So they're all
about
20% of them, the rules aren't 100%. So you're like,
I hope you learn the rules before you come into this. So you
Oh,
don't.
that's
You
not
learn it
before,
as
yeah.
you do.
It's part of the
Wow.
analysis for us is we have to critique the rule book and see how it goes.
You haven't like cracked open like Twilight Imperium 4 or anything like that. Have
We
you?
did last night
Well,
at
yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. How many hours sleep have you had?
2.
Okay, that seems about right.
That's good for us, though. We usually
Yeah.
don't sleep.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a great concept. I know, like a lot of people do some podcasts live. I know Kevin Smith. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He and a friend of his go into a bar, and they're like they talk about pop culture stuff, comics, movies, and stuff like that. But they do it the exact same way. They stand behind a bar, got a live audience there, and if somebody does a podcast, kudos to you for being able to get out there and do something like that. Because that's why we don't do it live. Because we okay, we screwed that up, do that again. Screwed that up, do that again.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned maybe you do a couple of takes of things. So with the live audience, I mean, how does that work with them?
They,
Well-
they don't seem to mind. They're used to it, right?
Yeah.
We do it all there all the time. And I mean, like for the last 3.5 years, we've been filming there.
Yeah.
So
And
there's-
it's also a game pub, so there's plenty of beverages to smooth things over in case there's anything rough.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So I mean, and you say they do this like weekly.
yes.
Just about every Tuesday.
Just about every
Yeah.
Tuesday, and then so you shoot that on video. Did you release a podcast version of that?
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just with the pressure, I mean, is there any way, have you ever considered adding more pressure to it? Like, doing it on a tightrope or while the room is on fire or anything? Because just doing it in front of the live audience alone, but the fact that you're doing brand new stuff and then Kickstarter stuff on top of that, you just got to be gluttons for punishment.
We are. If you've watched the show, you realize we are definitely gluttons for punishment. We don't need to add any more pressure. People watch our show and don't really like us anyway, so it's not like...
So do you ever bring in like other guests or things into your show to add them into the mix as well?
All the time.
Wow.
All the time. Yeah, we have a group of 5 people now for Just Got Played, but we always invite designers and people in the industry to come in, especially Florida is a hotbed of activity for designers and public.
It seems like it, yes, yeah.
Lots and lots of us. So we have new people on the show all the time. Some of them become regulars on the show now.
Okay. So I got to know, since we're here, you need to dish with me a little bit. Doing this live, what is one of the strangest or most bizarre things that has happened to you putting on a live show?
Oh, that's a good one.
Chaz, we tend to focus on being strange and uncomfortable. So
See your
just
entire
ki-
catalog.
It kind of just melds in, like all the weird stuff that happens just kind of melds in. Like,
Okay.
So, and we do live podcasts. We've done it the entire time we've been here too. So
Wow. Okay. Well, I can't imagine embracing all that. So I'm going to sit here and just kind of think about that, let my mind get around it, and shudder.
Well, it's like some people are better at that. I mean,
That
it's
is true.
like I can never like do improv.
Oh.
And that's what it feel like to me is kind of doing improv, going with the flow and.
You
Really-
tell me that our third day into our live stream. Thank you very much.
what you really need to do is just be willing to let the quality go. Just let that slide. If you're willing to hit,
Chaz and I are used to that.
Yeah.
The very first day we made the declaration, the Dice Tower has high quality content. We're going to let it go. we're shooting for about here right now.
We've lowered our standards.
It needs an entire spectrum. We serve a purpose. There's much better people than us out there, and they wouldn't be better than us if we didn't exist.
See, that's the saying I always heard. If you can't be what you want to be in life, you can always be a bad example. So
That's perfect. That's really what we strive.
Prophetic. Oh. So you talked about doing Kickstarters. So do you just randomly pick one, or do people contact you and they pitch your Kickstarters, and you pick from those?
Yes.
I know, Chaz, you and I talked about this before. When you have like content creators, you get Kickstarters probably emailing you all the time. Would you like to look at this game and stuff like that? So you have the same sort of concept. You just kind of cherry pick which ones you want to talk about?
Yes, but we have an excellent way to weed it out, because these guys, for some reason, are always looking for the last minute. No one wants to give you their Kickstarter 90 days in advance, so we have a very strict rule. We need your stuff 90-day advance. It needs to be camera ready. So that weeds out a ton of people.
That's true.
And we don't charge for it, so that some people are willing to wait that 90 days to make that happen.
Oh, you don't charge for it?
Not at all.
Wow.
We make
you do realize you just said this live to tons of people who are designers who just can't wait to get their products in somebody's hand and not have to pay a dime.
The views of Patrick from Just Got Played do not necessarily represent the views of the rest of the Dice Tower.
Yes.
Fairly accurate.
No, that's
Disclosure.
really ambitious.
We never have, but it's a real review, so don't expect to get a preview. It's going
I was
to
going to
have...
ask, so it's not just a preview, it's an actual review.
So that's a good point, because we have this discussion all the time about Kickstarters and previews versus reviews.
Yes.
And some people get upset. How can you pay for something and then talk good about it because it's called a preview? It's like, you want to get the Kickstarter information out there, just present it, here's what it is, without really reviewing the game. But you're saying, nope, you're going to send it to us, we're going to run it through the ringer, and we're going to tell you what we really think about it.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no
Okay,
taking it
scary.
back.
So all those people now are like, no, never mind, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah, we don't do free previews.
Do free reviews.
The views of Patrick from
Which is tough, because most things that reviewers are, if it's a Kickstarter, it's not already published, so you can't really pick up your own copy of it, post-production, and to do just like a completely objective review. But we try to aim to do a pro and con and an objective overview, and just both the pros and the cons. So we won't crucify you unless you deserve it.
Unless you deserve it, I mean, then all bets are off.
But
come on.
and we're not going to glorify it either. So we're trying to keep it even keel.
So I may have missed it. How long have y'all been doing this?
About 3.5 years now.
3.5 years. How many episodes you have?
Ones that have labeled episodes, 250, and then there's about another 100 videos in content that we'd film at a convention or something like that.
So you got a lot of content on your YouTube channel. And just while we're thinking about it, how do you find your YouTube channel?
You look for Patrick Siebert or Just Got Played or both on YouTube.
Or there's a link directly from our webpage, justgotplayed.com. So.
I was gonna ask if, in addition to the YouTube channel, if there was anywhere else to find you. Like, are you guys on Twitter and stuff as well?
Mostly Facebook, but we do have a small
Facebook
Twitter
group.
Yeah,
there's so much social media. There's so much content to try to keep up with.
Oh yeah.
And Twitter is can be such a volatile monster. Anyway.
It's a beast.
It can be at times. Yes.
And we don't.
The views of
And we don't watch what we say very much at all, so Twitter's not probably the best idea for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. good call there. Yes. Yes. So what's with all of that content and kind of time under your belt, you've probably gotten to your flow, gotten to your groove. What
Not
are
yet,
your?
no.
Well, you can probably see it on the horizon. What's your plans for the future of what you guys want to do?
I'd like to quit.
Yeah.
I'd like to stop
Right.
doing it. It's a lot of work. My wife's not very happy. My family's, my boss at my paying job says it's got to go.
Yeah.
So I'd like to make all this go away if possible.
I was not expecting that one.
I'm just kidding. No, we're just going to keep doing what we do. We're going to go to a few more conventions. We hosted a few panels here at Dice Tower this year. We were on a panel last year. I really, really enjoyed that live aspect. We ran a game show. Just fun, and the people here at Dice Tower Con are absolutely the most fun, fantastic people in the industry. I mean, you can grab pickup tables with people you don't even know, and you can be sitting next to Tom or whoever, and you'll never know who you're going to get to play a game with and how much amazing constructive reinforcement you're going to have to come and play games. This is the best con period.
And too, going forward, I'd say over the last year, we've picked up about 4 regular contributors to the show.
Oh, cool. Wow.
And so I think that's probably going to continue on as well over the next year. And we'll start producing slightly different kinds of content, maybe some more written blogs and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So.
You're looking into that. I've got enough work. I'm not doing that.
Are there
God
any-
bless you, Brian.
Are there any other conventions that you go to so people can see you and hang out?
We have plans to go to Gen Con this year.
Nice.
We hosted a whole bunch of stuff at Treasure Coast Comic Con last year. I'd like to go to BGG, but it kind of runs into a conflict with my wife's birthday, so that probably isn't going to happen for me. But
It'd be
maybe
a
Brian will
great
go.
birthday surprise.
Yes, she'll love that. That would be perfect. That would be perfect.
That might not work out as well as you might think.
Yeah. Honey, here's your birthday gift, divorce papers.
Then you would have more time for the show.
Thank you, Brian.
They have a solution to everything.
They do, yeah.
Oh, well, gentlemen, is there anything else that you are producing, working on, like, this one big kind of event or a special kind of video or any content that you're actually producing or have just produced or you're working on that you wanted to kind of give a shout out that's coming up to about?
We're both tabletop designers. I've had one Kickstarter. Brian's had a few Kickstarters that have done
Nice.
fairly well. So we're always trying to do that. But I backburner my board game stuff. I want to enjoy designing it. I want to enjoy marketing it. I want to enjoy playing it. So if it takes 5 more years for the next one, then it'll be 5 more years for the next one.
Here's what you should do: is you should design a game, kickstart it, then review it on your own show live and trash it.
Just destroy it.
We can roast it.
Here are all the
Roast it,
things you're
yeah.
not going to like.
That's a new, a fresh approach.
Think of all the views, though.
Yes,
right.
yes.
It's all
Sacrifice
about
my-
the views.
Sacrifice myself to the viewing gods.
And then I've seen from other channels, if you throw it on top of a house or something like that, you'll get a lot of views.
The opinions of Marty Connell do not necessarily represent.
Actually, they do. Tom throws things off his house, remember?
Well, yeah, I was just trying to distance myself from you on that as much as possible, as quickly as possible.
Did you see Lance throw Nothing Personal off of his house?
Oh, yes, when it first came out.
Yeah, when it first came out, it was awesome.
It's sad. It's like, if you want to views, be destructive to a game.
Yeah.
Be mean to it. Such a negative community.
What we plan on doing is actually having a bonfire. We're planning on having a bonfire of all of Robert Burke's games on our show. Robert Burke, we're going to have a bonfire of all his games.
Can I come?
No.
I have lots in the warehouse.
And marshmallows. Everybody, this is Robert Burke. I didn't mean to...
Oh, thank goodness it is. Okay.
Did you tell everybody about your party tonight?
no.
At Villa 430.
All right. On that note, before things break out into another fist fight on this live stream, I think perhaps we should start to wrap up. So once again, where can people find your content?
JustGotPlayed.com.
JustGotPlayed.com, YouTube, podcasts, live shows here in Orlando, the whole cornucopia of content creation.
And if you want to see it live at the Cloak and Blaster here in Orlando, Florida.
On Tuesday nights.
Tuesday
Tuesday
nights.
nights.
It sounds like a blast.
It does. It does. Sounds like a really good time.
And for the rest of the day, you can check out on screen the schedule that we have, and we're going to have we're going to take a 2-hour break, and we're going to come back around 1:30. We're going to be talking to Tasty Minstrel Games, and we got a tasty little game to play with them, but it's actually not tasty.
It's flavor neutral.
flavor
Thank goodness.
neutral.
Thank goodness it's flavor
And then
neutral.
we got a couple special guests coming on. We got designer Daryl Andrews coming on after that, and then at 4
He's also flavor neutral.
I'm not even going to ask how you know that. And then we have Ignacy Chevicek from Portal Games going to be on at 4, where Chaz and I will get to talk about our experience playing detective.
Yes, really looking forward to that
Last night.
conversation.
And at 4:30, we're going to have Jamie Kaggy from the Secret Cabal back on with us to play another little game with us, and that is not tasty neutral.
No, that is flavor punishment waiting to happen.
That is right. So we're going to take a 2-hour break. We'll be back here at 1:30
Eastern
PM
time?
Eastern time. So thank you, gentlemen,
Yes.
for coming on, and we'll see all of you
All right,
in a bit.
checks again. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.